President Joe Biden celebrating his fourth Earth Day in the Oval Office with a victory lap on his climate record.
We rejoined the Paris Agreement and sparked a domestic clean energy manufacturing boom.
In the past 3 years, Biden oversaw passage of the most significant climate law in history, Democrats' landmark Inflation Reduction Act, investing hundreds of billions of dollars across the country, from funding for climate resiliency projects to tax credits for electric vehicles. He's also taken executive action, including putting new limits on tailpipe pollution and announcing a workforce training program called the American Climate Corps. Here's how White House climate advisor Ali Zaidi puts it.
We've made historic progress at a massive scale, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Even so, Biden's record is not without its critics. The progressive-leaning Sunrise Movement, for example, points to record-breaking oil production in the U.S., plus the White House's decision to okay a massive oil drilling project in Alaska.
How do you juxtapose those with your overall green message?
Look, the president's been very clear. He wants to accelerate us towards greater energy security and a clean energy future. That's not a transformation that happens overnight. You got to meet people where they are. For a lot of families, the car that's parked at the end of the driveway tonight is the car that's going to be parked at the end of the driveway tomorrow. We need to make sure they have stable energy prices.
Meanwhile, the president's Republican opponent, Donald Trump, accuses Biden's green agenda of putting the economy at risk. For young voters, a group Biden is struggling with in the polls, the climate is expected to be a top issue heading into November, alongside the economy and affordability.
Why is this a record that young progressives in particular, that are going to be critical this fall, but generally speaking are very much motivated by this issue, that they should be satisfied and proud of?
Look, I think you can be proud of something and not satisfied. Two things can be true at once. We've doubled our pace of decarbonization. We've brought back industries, created tens of thousands of jobs. That's because young people stood up, and I think that should feed a sense of empowerment and hopefulness.
The White House is also teaming up with progressive leaders to get that message out. On Earth Day, for instance, Biden was joined by Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, one of the faces of the Green New Deal movement.
I learned a long time ago, listen to that lady.
It is no accident that this president is overseeing the single biggest federal investment in tackling the climate crisis in our nation's history.
Whether that investment will also pay off with young voters remains the question. At the White House, Kevin Fry, New York 1.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.